Well, we didn't win by 10, but we still won. Oh my gosh, that last freaking drive of the game scared the hell out of me. I was like, are we really going to let the damn Chargers come back? Like, I don't know what it is, like, especially like within these recent years. Like, I don't know why we have such a hard time with the Chargers sometimes. Like, why? You know, like well, I mean, not only even back in the day, but hell, even like 10 years ago, we used to just beat the Chargers. Like, the Chargers, like, oh yeah, we're going to win. You know, it was like, no problem. But it seems like now it's like always like, oh shit, are they going to come back? Are we going to choke against the Chargers? But luckily we didn't. And, man, this was a pretty good game too. I think I still like last week's game a little better, but this game was really good too. Alright, so let's get into it. So, what happened in the first half? Oh yeah, so immediately what happens is I'm like the first quarter I'm freaking worried. We had 2 damn turnovers, so Josh Jacobs fumbled the ball once. And then Derek Carr threw a pick 6. I mean, he didn't directly throw it, but like it bounced in the air and then someone caught it and ran it back for a touchdown. So I was like, oh fuck. I was really worried at first. I was like, is it really gonna be this kind of a game? But I think that's one thing that I've noticed, especially about these like past games where we don't completely like break down if something goes wrong. Like in the past games in the earlier part of the season, like whenever something went wrong, we were just like, all right, well that's it. You know, we're just gonna shit the bed. But it seems like we're showing more grit, like I was talking about in the last video. That like, you know, even if something doesn't go exactly 100% right, that we still are like, okay, no, you know, we fucked up there, but we're gonna come back and make up for it in the end, and they did. So yeah, we didn't score at all in the first quarter. I would say overall the defense did really well this game. I mean, there were some times where they let fucking Justin Herbert throw like, you know, a 4-12. I think it was a touchdown pass. It was like a 4-12 touchdown pass, a near touchdown. It was like, come on. But I would say, like, defensively, we played pretty solid. Like, we had consistent pressure on Justin Herbert. We sacked him a couple times. His jersey was green. That's how you know. That's how you know if the defense is doing a good job. Is, you know, look at the color of the other team's quarterback's jersey, and if there's green spots on it, if it's covered in green, then that's how you know you're doing good. But yeah, man, I'm so freaking happy we beat this team. Like, I don't hate the Chargers, but it's just like they're like not one of my favorite teams. Like with their fucking piss stain logo and their SpongeBob colors. Come on, I'm not the only one who's thought of that. You know, whenever you see the Chargers, do you not think of SpongeBob? Well, I mean, you could still do the same kind of rhymes, like, who lives at the bottom of the AFC? Los Angeles Chargers or San Diego Chargers, but, I mean, they're not at the bottom, but, you know. Yeah, but I don't know why. I always think of SpongeBob whenever I see those guys. Okay, so what happened in the second quarter? So, yeah, Josh Jacobs had a touchdown, and Chandler Jones appeared out of thin air. He said, hi, guys, I'm here. You know, we played a game of Where's Waldo when we found Chandler Jones, and he finally got some sacks and pressures and finally doing what we paid him to do. But, you know, I'm sorry, but you're about 10 games too late, pal. But, okay, so then in the third quarter, Davante Adams went off. He scored two touchdowns, I think, in the third quarter, and one of them was a flea flicker. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, we're doing this trick play bullshit again. But this time, the trick play bullshit worked. And guys, we have to give a round of applause. I don't think I saw a jet sweep in this game, so don't. Josh McDaniels finally recognizes that doing a jet sweep every game doesn't work. I mean, I think it's okay every once in a while, like once in every blue moon, but yes, I think this game was it? I think the last 3 games we have not called a jet sweep. So that's the tradition. Do not call jet sweeps and you will win the game. You know, they came back. We had a 14-point lead at one point, but then they came back and going on to the fourth quarter. So Justin Herbert scores a freaking touchdown on 4th and 12. And the defense is like, come on, don't start. Because literally, like, the fourth quarter, I would say the defense, that was probably the worst of the defensive performances in the fourth quarter. But, like, I mean, it wasn't horrible like it has been in previous games, but, like, it wasn't great either. I feel like they played much better in the other 3 quarters. But they let freaking Justin Herbert score a touchdown on 4th and 12. Like, oh my god. So, yeah, so he scores, and then we get the ball back. Unfortunately, they stop us, but they have the ball. And, or no, did they stop? No, they did stop us. They got the ball back. I think it was like 30 seconds left. It was like 30 seconds left, and I was like, okay, you know, and then we had them like, I think at the 8 or 9 yard line. I was like, there's no way they're going to make it down there. And then they do some like trick play Madden shit and they get like 20 yards. I'm like, oh god. And then Justin Herbert throws a long pass, but the receiver didn't get out of bounds. So I was like, yes. And the clock ran out and we won the game. So I think that's only the second time we've won in Allegiant Stadium this season. Because we played the Texans. I don't remember if that was in Las Vegas or Houston. I want to say it was in Houston. I could be wrong, but yeah, I mean, we haven't won a lot of games in Allegiant Stadium. That's kind of how it's always been ever since we moved there. Like, we haven't really won there a lot. I mean, we win there sometimes, but not like, it's not like a big home field advantage. But we actually won. Yeah, like I said, earlier, I really like that we didn't give up. Like I said in the last video, that we didn't just like throw everything in the kitchen sink as soon as something didn't go right. Because I would say 99% of the times, like, I never played NFL football, obviously, but I would say 99% of the time, what you plan for isn't going to always happen, and you're going to have to make adjustments on the fly and be able to adapt. And I think we're getting a lot better at that as a team, rather than being like, well, no, this is the game plan, this is what we wrote down, just so stick to it. Even though, like, obviously it didn't, what's not working on the field, but I feel like in the past games we weren't able to adapt that. We were just we were literally hitting our heads up against a brick wall and be like, oh, it's going to work this time, because we wrote it down. But yeah, I'm really glad that we're able to adapt more, and everyone's getting time to flourish. Like Davante Adams did well. Josh Jacobs, once again, like, he's probably the main. I mean, Davante Adams is too, but I would say like he's always been the consistent bright spot. Because I mean, Davante Adams is like, with him it either rains or it pours, or you don't get much out of him. Well, that I've seen so far this season. Either he's having like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, or he doesn't have any touchdown, only has like 20 yards. But even like in the games where Davante Adams didn't exactly do as well, Josh Jacobs has always been that strong constant. And I really hope that we pay him. I mean, obviously I want to keep him. And I hope that if when we do pay him, like I said in previous videos, I really hope that he has that same level of intensity. I mean, he always has had that, but he's been like injured, like, on and off, like the past 2 seasons. But, and then, some people I heard a rumor that basically that Hunter Renfrow might be coming back. It was either Hunter Renfrow or Darren Waller. I don't remember out of the two, but, hopefully. I mean, that would only help us. I mean, now could you imagine if we were playing like this with them on the field too? Like, it would just be it would be the team that we actually anticipated this season, But yeah, I mean, hopefully, it seems like it's starting to gel a little better, and hopefully we can continue the win streak on. So I think we're facing the Rams next. That's on Thursday. The Rams, I think we could beat the Rams. I would say even the Chargers are better than the Rams at this point. The Rams are freaking awful. It's like, how do you go from a Super Bowl team to being like awful? Like, obviously, I mean, I understand like not making the playoffs or whatever, but the Rams are just awful. I don't know what their deal is, but hopefully, like, our defense keeps playing with that same kind of intensity, getting consistent pressure, and hopefully, Chandler Jones shows out like he did in this game. I gotta name the MVP. Oh. I'm gonna kind of do a cop out, but I'm gonna name Davante Adams and Chandler Jones as the MVP. I never thought I would say Chandler Jones and MVP in the same sentence this season, but I'm saying it. I would think that this is his best game this season. Like, he really had a couple key sacks and a lot of pressures. Yeah, I would say that this was his best game this season. Will he play like this all the time? Probably not, but for this, I'm happy with his performance this season. And then Davante Adams, 2 touchdowns, very clutch catches, even though I kind of wish that they would have counted that one-handed catch that he made. It's like, I don't know how these dudes make one-handed catches. Like, Davante just makes it look so easy, but I mean, that's just how good he is. All right, but anyway, on to the Rams. So yeah, I think we could beat the Rams. I think it's in LA too. Yeah, so I think that we can beat the Rams. What's my prediction? Let's see. I think we beat the Rams I think we beat the Rams by a field goal. Yeah, I think we beat the Rams by a field goal. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. But man, I can't believe this season's already almost over. Well, it's not almost over, but we only got like what, maybe like 5 games left, 6 games. But yeah, man, this whole season just flew by. It's been a lot of ups and downs. It's been a roller coaster ride of a season. We started from like the lowly pits of hell, and we're slowly rising above. So, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing out there, and obviously you guys are too. But that's all we want. We just want, I mean, obviously, do I want them to win every game? Yes, but is that possible? No. But that's what we want. We just want the same effort every time. And I think that they're finally starting to give it to us. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this recap, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.